streaming. We are now. Okay, everybody's on their way. All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Garvin.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, looks like you are doing well based on what I received.
That's good news.
It is.
Mr. Garvin has been very proactive in communicating with the court of what's going on, any problems or situations that he's incurring in his treatment. We were able to talk with his therapist. There were some email problems, so we have a different email. I have information with her personal because for some reason the job email was not working properly. She has updated us of what they're going to do in regards to the intensive outpatient treatment, that he will have his individual sessions twice a week, and he will have a group each week, so that he will have 3 therapy sessions every single week. He is going to his weekend drug testing, and all tests thus far have been negative.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any questions for us?
Nope, everything's been going pretty well so far.
Okay, good. All right, if you need anything, then make sure you let us know that.
I will. Thank you, Your Honor.
Take
All
care.
right,
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Have a great day.
You too, sir.
you too.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. You want to do Crystal Mullins?
Yes, Ms. Mullins remains on bench warrant status as of December 22nd of 2020. Whereabouts are unknown at this time. We do not know whether she has indeed given birth, which she was due to give birth this month, April. A call has been made to a former coworker, roommate, but a return call has not been received as of yet.
Okay. Lastly, we have Miss Kenny. Good afternoon, Miss Kenny. You're on mute. We can't hear you.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Wolak. How are you?
I'm doing good, Your Honor. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Okay.
I hope to hear how well Miss Kenny's doing.
Well, I don't think you're gonna hear that.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Miss Jones.
Yes, we received a misconduct report from Ms. Kenny's therapist, indicating that she had become irate over the situation that at the last court, that it was determined her next course of treatment was going to be at the Personalized Nursing Lighthouse intensive outpatient treatment domicile. That she did in fact cuss out Miss Khalil, and then Miss Robinson has also sent communication that she is doing the minimal of work, and that she is unwilling to answer questions truthfully. And they are saying that, and I believe Ms. Robinson is with us on court to attest to what the facility their feelings are in her situation, and I do believe that they want her discharged. I did talk with Ms. Kinney about what her feelings was and her understanding of what the court had ordered at the last court date. And she said that at first she said she would follow, then she said, well, she couldn't make up her mind because she had to talk to her attorney first. So at this point, I believe Ms. Robinson should be on Zoom.
Yeah, Ann Robinson, Program Manager, Sharon McComb. I'm not sure which part you would like me to speak to, but, since Crystal arrived, there's been a lot of effort put forth by the women's unit to try to engage her, keep her moving, have her successfully complete the program. And then the challenges began to arise with her prohibited contact with, I believe, boyfriend is the most accurate term for him, Mr. Ryman. And then there was the issue of her also trying to pursue having visits with her children, which is something we obviously encouraged. Then there would be indications from the court that, Mr. Ryman was not to be involved in the visits. She wasn't to have contact with him. She continued to find ways to have contact with him. And also trying to pursue the relationship with her children as well. From everything that I've received from her therapist, the court has been very specific and deliberate in letting Crystal know what the expectations are in terms of not having contact with Mr. Ryman, engaging and committing herself to, fulfilling the court conditions for her child welfare case, and also being really specific and deliberate in what their expectations are for aftercare. And Ms. Kinney just has not responded well to all the limitations and parameters that have been put on her. I don't think that she agrees with them. And it's just created a point where she's kind of done with what we have to offer. We've given her what we have to give her. She was made aware last week that she was approaching a minimal completion as opposed to a fully successful completion. And she just kind of indicated, you know what, I'm kind of checked out anyway. And I think we need to hear more from her on what her plans are. I know that she spoke to Ms. Jones and she didn't commit one way or the other about going to Lighthouse as their housing for aftercare. So I think the most important person we need to hear from is probably Crystal.
Okay, well, I will hear from Ms. Kinney in a minute. I have a couple questions. When was she scheduled to go to Lighthouse?
I would need to look at my computer. I think
May 21st.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And so I take it outside of the trying to contact Mr. Reeman, the other aspects of the program, is she participating in those?
What has been reported to me from her therapist is that when she does participate, it's superficial, not too in-depth, and not of a full commitment to change in one area or the other. I think that Crystal has felt a lot of pressure to let go of certain things and pick up other things, and she's just not willing to do that. Like, she's not willing to be challenged or bend. She has said that, the court can't tell me who to love. So when she has been involved, it's been kind of superficial and challenging of the parameters and guidance that she's been given.
Okay. Well, Ms. Kinney, well, let me first be clear in that the court is definitely not trying to tell you who to love. That's not the court's issue. The court just wants to see you do better. And for whatever reason, the staff felt that your contact with Mr. Ryman was a hindrance for you. But outside of your contact with Mr. Ryman, it seems like you're having other issues, i.e., cursing individuals out, being disrespectful, and not really being engaged in the program. So I guess at this point, you have to tell the court, what is it that you're thinking? Because if you have checked out, then basically you're taking up bed space there. So the question becomes, what do you want to do for yourself?
Your Honor, if I may, before she answers that, could you advise her what the option would be if she is in fact discharged from this program? What is the alternative? I want her to think about it and answer your question honestly.
If she's discharged from the program, then we go back to, I was sent the settlement offer. Clearly, I wasn't the judge that presided over this, but she entered a guilty plea, is my understanding, to home invasion second, which is a 15-year max. I don't know what her guidelines are because they are not on the sheet. So she would be sentenced accordingly. Again, I'd need to see the PSI to know what her guidelines are. I don't know if they are prison. I don't know if they're straddle cell. I don't know. But she will be a sentence according. Clearly, the guidelines are only advisory at this point, but the courts still pretty much follow those, and that's what would happen.
Okay, and I wasn't asking the court what you would ultimately sentence her to, but I wanted her to be aware that the result is if you're discharged from this program, she's going to be sentenced just as if this was a criminal matter outside of drug court. And
That's correct.
Ms. Kenny, like this is the last option, and you go in front of the judge just as if this was a regular criminal case. Do you want to talk to me?
I can put you all in a breakout room if you want to.
Why don't you do that, Judge? I just want to make sure she fully understands.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, you should be getting an invitation in a second.
Thank you.
Your Honor. Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
I just forwarded you a few minutes ago an email I had received from Mr. Ryman he was writing a letter to you. I had meant to send it to you. He sent it to me on Friday afternoon. I wanted to send it to you so you can read
Okay,
it.
you sent it to my personal email
The
or the court?
court, well, the Third Circuit Court, you want? Third Circuit Court.
Well, both are Third Circuit Court. I mean, did you send it to the judge, me personally, as in Chandra.Baker at 3RDCC, or did you send it to Baker Court?
Chandra.Baker. Chandra.Baker.
Let's see. This is from Mr. Ryman.
LaShawn, you're on mute.
Sorry. Thank you. He was in contact with us last week about picking up his package, and he responded. He sent that response.
Okay, I don't think I've gotten it. It's not showing up on my email.
Let me try to send it again.
And I assume that I can still pull it up from this computer. I should be able to.
It's gonna say, can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes, I can hear you.
It's gonna say graduation.
Okay, I do see it. Okay, I read it.
If I
Well, I
may.
think the last time we were here, I thought we basically said, it was really not much we could do about the Mr. Ryman issue. We were just trying to make sure she got help, which is why I have asked her outside of him. I mean, if she's willing to stay in the program and do what's necessary for the program, irrespective of her contact with him, then I don't have a problem with him. Because again, I don't know the background. That was Judge Lillard's decision, and I don't know what it was based on. But can she, if she's in contact with him, will she then follow, everything else that in the program and remain clean and be more engaged? Maybe she will. I don't know. But clearly our attempts in trying to keep her away from him have not been fruitful.
Right, right.
And the court does not have jurisdiction over him. And so I'm really not so much that concerned about that. So let's see.
Since he had wrote it to you, I didn't want to not send it to you because I didn't want it, it to be an issue.
Right.
He had directly he was addressing you, so I just wanted to get it to you. I'm in agreement,
If I may add, which I did not add before, that her oldest son has indicated that on these sessions that if she is going to be with Mr. Ryman, that he does not wish to live with his mother, but would want to stay with his aunt and uncle, where he has been with them for the last 3 years.
Mhm. Well, I'm sure he probably does feel that way. In a stable environment, it's probably better for him at this point. So let me ask you something, Ms. Kenny.
Yes.
In your opinion, what is the reason that you're having problem in the program? Is the reason that you don't want to do the work? Is it the reason that you just can't have contact with Mr. Ryman?
No.
Or I guess what I'm asking is, you indicated previously that Mr. Ryman was not your issue.
No, he is not.
Okay. So let's say you are given the opportunity to have contact with Mr. Ryman. Are you then telling the court, if I am able to have supervised contact with Mr. Ryman, that I will follow all of the conditions? Or are you just saying, I don't want to be in this program and this is not what I want to do and I want to do something different?
I want to be in this program. I've been having problems. I'm still grieving the death of my brother, and my dad has cancer, so I'm still grieving those two.
And understanding all of that, Ms. Kenny, but grieving is not an excuse for being disrespectful, is it? It's not. I
No.
mean, we can understand you're going through a lot. I can be empathetic. But someone else shouldn't have to suffer from it. You can say, this is not a good day for me, and maybe we can try this at a different time, or do something else than cursing individuals out who only get paid to come in and try to help. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
And I think that's part of the huge problem that they're having at Share Macomb, is probably more attitude than anything else. Is that what I'm hearing, Ms. Robinson?
That is accurate. And I think that Crystal would agree. She has made numerous statements that her problem in this program is Miss Khalil. And Miss Khalil, she actually came in on her day off so that she could attend the visual visitation with Miss Kinney to provide support to her so that she would be able to participate in that event. When Miss Khalil got cussed out last week, she came down to my office. She said, how do I continue to help her? I told her exactly what to do. She went and did it. She and Crystal had a great conversation. Crystal blames other people and other things for why she does what she does and doesn't take accountability, which after, for as long as she's been in treatment, that really truncates your ability to make meaningful change, is constantly blaming it on something other than me being personally responsible for the actions that I'm taking or not taking. So I don't know if Crystal now says, no, I want to be in this program after being advised. Miss Jones advised her earlier, the length of your sentence could be 15 years for second-degree home invasion. Now she's had a private sidebar with her attorney who probably reinforced the same thing. You'll be sentenced according to that. And now Crystal says, I need this program. I want to be in this program. I don't know if that's sufficient to allow her to remain in the program for the length of time that she's been in it without significant progress to report. It may be a situation where Crystal gets a minimum completion, and the question of, where does she go after this? If the court is still ordering personalized nursing lighthouse, if we give her a minimal completion, would she be able to transition to that? And then if she wants to be serious about recovery and wants to be serious about follow-up, is that where she can show us that she's now serious? Because at this point, we haven't made a ton of progress. We have until May, and I don't think that extending her in the program to show more progress is a good option either.
Well, no, I don't. You mean extending it beyond the May date?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to do that at this. What I would like to see is there is a date till May. Ms. Kenny, you say that you want to stay in the program.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
The court wants to give you an opportunity to show that. The court will lift the restriction on you talking to Mr. Ryman as long as it is supervised and what, once a week, is that what pretty much is enough? And let's see if that will make you a happier camper, Miss Kenny.
Thank you so much.
Maybe that will do it, and therefore you will be engaged because you won't feel as if your life is being controlled by the court. Because honestly, the court is not really interested in controlling your love life. I really don't care about that. I'm more concerned about you getting the help you need. And if being able to see this person once a week will help you to refocus, then I'm willing to do that. But I expect that the next time that we come back, and I'm going to ask Ms. Robinson to come back, I expect to hear a difference in your behavior.
Okay.
I do need to note.
Go ahead.
We don't have in-person visits, so she would be having a visit either on phone or by video, but there is no one coming onto the facility.
That's what I was assuming. Okay. That's what I was assuming. Video.
Yep.
Video or phone. So that maybe this person who claims that he is trying to help her get through this, maybe that's what she believes she needs. So she's just blinded to anything else. So I'm going to give her that opportunity. Yeah. She says that is not the reason for her downfall, then fine. I'm going to take her at her word. And when we come back, Ms. Robinson, I'm going to ask for you to come back, or her counsel, whichever one, and let us know if she is engaging more and if she is putting forth a greater effort. If by lifting that restriction, she's still not doing what's necessary, then I think we have to make a change, and maybe she just has to be sentenced by the court based on what she's pledged. So everybody is now aware of where the court stands on this, because going back and forth on this now is just, we have to move forward. And I'm going to take her at her word, and the communications I've received from Mr. Ryman, I'm going to take them at their word. But we shall see. Okay. And if it doesn't work out that way, she's going to pay a heavy price for it. Because at that point, I'm just going to have her discharged from the program, and we'll sentence her.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. So we will be back. Today is the 26th. When is my next drug court, Miss Bradley? Is it May 10th?
Let me look it up real quick, y'all.
Okay. Because I know I was off by 1 week.
And just a reminder, we have graduation Wednesday this week.
Right. I
Yes,
do.
Your Honor, it's May 10th and May 24th of this month.
Okay.
Right.
So Miss Kenny, you have 2 weeks.
Okay,
Get your together. And again, remember your visits are video and they are supervised. Because we don't want any hanky panky over the video.
right.
Miss Kenny.
So you can consider this as an early birthday present for both of you.
Thank you.
Make the
welcome.
best of it. Make
And
the
I
best of it.
hope that
Okay.
you're responsible with this, Miss Kenny, okay?
I will.
All right. We'll see you back on May the 10th at 1:30.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Is everybody off the call now? Besides us?
If you want to take us off live.
Yes, I am about